Yeah, hello. Yeah, welcome back to Apostle 1 Tutorials. Previous video, we talked about the introduction to or revision on Geometry 1. What you're going to do, what you are going to need in the circuit theorem. Yes. Now, in this one, I'm coming to introduce circuit theorem to you. Now, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn the notification bell on. Like it and share to friends so that it will be beneficial to everybody. Yes, help a friend with my YouTube channel. Thank you. Now, circuit theorem. You've been hearing theorems. What is a theorem? In mathematics, when we talk about theorem, it is a statement or proposition which has been accepted to be true. And before it can be accepted to be true, it has to go through, mathematicians have to sit down and they go some deduction, using some logical reasoning, and then other established mathematical principles to prove that a statement is true. Now, since that particular statement becomes true, we call it what? A theorem. Yes. And this theorem serves as the basic fundamental for mathematical development. It serves as a fundamental block for mathematics development. So all the mathematics based on theorems and then principles. Then theorems are established fact that has been proven to be what? To be true. Yes, that is what. So one of the theorems is the circuit theorem. We also have another theorem known as the theorems of Pythagoras. We also have binomial theorem. We also have other theorems of calculus. There are many. But our focus is on circuit theorem. Any theorem related to circle is what we call a circuit theorem. Now, let's talk about a circle. Some part of a circle we are going to need in this circuit theorem. Follow me closely. Now, so this is a circle, and this is the center of a circle. Now, a circle, we can talk about something called a line segment. Or a chord. Line segment is the same as a chord. So I can talk about a chord. And what is a chord? A chord is just a straight line that touches or passes through or meets the circle at 2 points. Yes. So when we have a straight line that meets at the circumference of a circle at 2 points from here to here, this line meets the circle at this point, another point at this point. This one and this one are called the end points. They are the end points. And this is what we call a chord. Now, this chord divides the circle into two. This part and then this part, here and here. What is the name given to here? What is the name given to here? Chord divides the circle into segments. This one is a segment, and this one is also what? A segment. But because this part is smaller and this part is bigger, we call this one the minor segment, and this one is the major segment. Yes. Now, a chord can be in so many ways. I can also use the endpoint to determine a chord. So this one and this one being a chord. From here to here is called the arc. From here up to here is also called another arc. This one is a minor arc, and this one becomes the major arc. Yes. Let me draw another chord. A chord can also be like this. This is a chord. It touches the circumference at this point. It touches the circle at this point. That is the circumference. Yes. So this is the major segment. This one is a minor segment. Now, let me talk about this particular chord. One special chord. A chord that divides the circle into two. it means that that particular chord has to pass through the center of the circle. So, example, this is the center of the circle, and I have a chord, straight line passing through the center of a circle. It's called the diameter. It's called the diameter. So diameter is also a chord that passes through or that divides the circle into two. We can also talk about another diameter. We can also draw a straight line from here, which passes through the center up to the circumference. This one is also a diameter. Diameter. They are all chords, yes. Now the next one I want to talk about is a radius. Radius. Now, assuming this is the center of the circle, any point from the circumference of the circle to the center is called a radius. So this one is a radius. This is not a chord, it's a radius. Radius. This one is a radius. This is a radius, a radius, a radius. They are all radius. Now, what role does the radius play? The radius divides the circle into sector. The radius divides the circle into sectors. So if this one is center, from here to here becomes sector. This one becomes sector. So this one is called a minor sector, and this one becomes the major sector. That is when we have two radiuses. Two radius, that is radii. Radii. So one radius combined to become a radii. Now, sector and then minor and then major sector. Now, how does an angle formed in a circle? This radius and this radii, the radii form an angle at the center of a circle. How does an angle formed? Angle formed when two straight lines meet. When one is like this, another one meets like this. This line and this line meet at this particular point. An angle is formed. The same way angles can form in this circle. It can either form at the center or at the circumference of the circle. It can form at any point on the circle. Yes. As circle theorem is concerned, you have to know how angles are formed in the circle. Yes. So let's look at this one. This radii forms an angle at the center of a circle. So this is the angle formed here. Let's say the angle is theta. Another angle is formed here. And this angle is a reflex angle. Yes. So these two angles are angles at a point. So if the angle here is A, then theta plus A is supposed to give us 360 degrees because angles at a point add up to 360 degrees from our previous video on the revision of plane geometry. We talked about it the other time. Now, and then what again? The same radius can also form an angle at the circumference of a circle. So if this one being a chord, I can either draw the line segment or I can use to remain it like that. So if I have the ends of the chord like this one can come here, this one can come here. An angle is formed here. Angles are from one to straight line meet. So this one and this one, that is the ends of the chord. This is the chord. The ends of the chord forming an angle at the circumference of a circle, which is called, yes, circumference of a circle. So this is how angles are formed in a circle. Yes. So this is the major part we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the major part. Now, I want to postpone the properties or the theorems to the next video. This is what I want you to know in this particular video. I want you to know the chord, the radius, how the chord forms an angle at the center, how the chord forms an angle at the circumference of the circle, and then other things we can talk about. When the chord forms an angle, it also forms a triangle. It forms a shape, which is a triangle. This one is forming a triangle, where we can apply what we did in our previous video on the revision on geometry. Yes, which says that triangle, when we add the angles inside in three angles, will give us what? 180 degrees. So these are some of the things we're going to need in our geometry. Yes. Now, in our next video, I'm going to take the properties one by one. I'm going to start with the properties. Yes. And all the properties has been proven to be true. That is why we call it what? A theorem. I'm going to start with them, then we'll break it down. Follow me closely. I'll take it one by one, then we'll break it down very well for you to understand. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and share it to friends. Let it be beneficial to other students. See you in my next video. Bye bye.